Spring is here.
Really nice with some sunshine. The snow has melted very fast past couple of days. Here is a little thing that I'm trying to make for Ivar. Something to sit on while on the potty. I need to refine it a little bit more.
A little bit.
With all that has been happening here now, with the lambing and Ivar's entrance.
Har du tappat vanten? Var har du tappat vanten? Bra. Hej.
Hur Ivar, jag håller på att filma nu. Kan inte hålla på och knarra.
Va? Och tappa andra också. Va? Jag ska gå in och kolla blöjan på. Okay.
What was I saying? With all these things that has been happening here now, we have almost forgotten the dried meat. Luckily before Ivar came, I took down most of the smaller pieces. But there was still some bigger pieces left. So I hope they haven't tried too much. I'm really bad with numbers and math, so take everything I say here with a grain of salt. So this piece of meat, including the hook, was weighing 1,258 grams before I put it up in the smoke tent, and today the weight of it was 800 grams. So you subtract 800 with the original weight and then you get the difference, and that is 458. So then you take the difference, 458 divided by the original weight. So 458 divided by the original weight, 1,258. Then you'll get the percentage of weight loss. So 0.36, which means 36% weight loss. So since we hang this piece up, it has lost 36%. Interesting. It's not necessary, but just because I'm curious and I want to know what I'm doing and I want to be able to do it again and get similar results, I do this product protocols. This is what I've learned about how to calculate the weight loss. I guess it's accurate. I wouldn't know because since I know nothing about numbers and math, but the result I get from the meat is good, so it works for me. So here is a typical product protocol. This one I just borrowed from one of my internships, Fågelberget. Here it says batch number, what kind of animal, where was the animal living, and when was it butchered, and then some other notes. So here I had salt, sugar for the fermentation, white pepper and ginger, and then the dates, and then different kind of values that is relevant. These are more relevant if you have a room that you are controlling the climate in. These ones I just hang up outside, so not so relevant with these. So this is the first day when we started fermenting it, and this is when we smoked it. So this is the weight including the hook, the metal hook. And then I have been checking for a couple of days what the percentage of weight loss. So now I subtracted today's weight from the original weight, or the weight with the hook, and then divided the difference with the original weight, and then you get the result. So today it was 36%. This piece could still be hanging for a couple of days, depending on what you want. So everything between 30% and 50% is okay. Above 50% becomes a little bit too dry, and below 30% then you have a danger with bacterial growth because it's still too moist. So I hang the meat up for another couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
It was 36% and 38%, so it's ready. But since I don't know what kind of percentage of dryness I like,
yeah. Save it 2 more days.
A couple of more days. I guess we'll strive for.
That's 2.
I guess we'll try to strive for 40%. And that's in the middle of the recommendations of between 30 and 50%. So we'll see. There is also another problem if there is lots of fat on the cuts. The fat doesn't contain much moisture, so it doesn't lose moisture. That means you can't count on the fat when you count these percentages. So those pieces with lots of fat on them probably have a higher percentage of weight loss or dryness, or how to say, even though the percentage doesn't show that when I calculate it like this.
Yeah.
I don't know if you...
Yeah, I understand what you mean. I understand what you mean, but
I barely understand what I'm talking about. So.
Yeah. Ivar is sleeping in his sling. It's good. I'm a fan of big clothing, so he fit under the things I have. We've been feeding the lambs. And cleaning some today. You have been scrubbing the benches outside with soft soap. So we can move out the wash bin for the hands. If it continues to be this warm. Maybe we'll have 3 decimeters of snow tomorrow. Who knows? It's April. But today it's, I think, 17 degrees in the sun.
More.
Yeah, on the wall.
South blowing wind,
Yeah.
warm winds.
Really nice.
Ja, en högre grad. Du ska inte ha. Nej, du ska inte vara det. The snow is gone. Almost. We have had some really nice sunny days. Really warm. But today the sun shines a little bit through the clouds. But it's a little bit colder and windy. Malva. Come. Come. just thought I'm going to show you a little bit how it looks at our place now. So most of the snow on the southern parts of the hills have melted, but there is still pretty much snow at our place. The pigs are growing. Hey. And here this project is standing still. Nothing has been done for a couple of months now. The stones that we stand on when we get water is under the spring flood now. But the surface is still about 10 centimeters below where it was last year. And I think this is the highest it's going to be this year. The chicken coop starts to dry up. We have had them out for a couple of days now, but we are a little bit nervous because some week ago there was sitting a goshawk, a predatory bird, a hawk, was sitting here. So, and the day before that we saw it was sitting in some branches in the pines. It is something I enjoy very much, watching all the chickens free roaming when the snow has melted. It's like they get a new life again. Over here, the steps we made are still intact. No cracks, what I can see. And the walls seems to be intact, and it was lucky we got this far before the frost, because some of the mud walls has been falling down here, and a big rock has come from somewhere. Luckily everything seems to be intact. And I really look forward to continuing with this. This has got to be ready this summer. I have no idea how we're going to do with the entrance here and the roof yet, but we'll manage somehow. I still don't like gravel so much. I would have liked to have the ground here as forest floor, or how to say. But hopefully we're gonna trample this down into the mud, and then in the fall it always gets covered with pine needles and the chickens running here and shitting, and so it's going to be forest floor sooner or later, but with a little better ground or foundation. Nothing has happened here. We seem to have not get any puddles inside, at least, so the ground is higher inside the house than outside, so that's good. It was a little bit loose, the dirt inside the house, but we're gonna have to have some kind of small ditches as well to lead away most of the melting water from the house, at least on this side. Here we're gonna have to have some kind of ditch because there's a hill. As you see, it's really muddy here, so we really need to do something about it. We can't have it like this every spring. This year the lambing has been going very well, besides one very unfortunate event. Hey. These two are now bottle lambs because their mother is no more. I was thinking about if I should bring this up in our videos or not, but hardships is also a part of life as a small-scale farmer. The mother's name was Dunöra and she was the leader ewe of this pack. Or flock, maybe it is when it comes to sheep. She had 4 lambs in her womb, and that is very unusual with this breed, with this heritage breed. And something went wrong with her. Some nerve got pinched, so she couldn't stand up anymore. And we waited and waited. I gave her additional calcium and I gave her additional vitamins. If it would have been because sometimes older ewes get this, it's mostly with milking cows, but sometimes also in sheep, older ewes get this calcium deficient, so they can sometimes stand up and get recovered if they get calcium fast. And since we had a milk farmer in the village here, we got calcium very fast and got it in her, but it didn't help. So our best guess, and when we have talked to a lot of experienced sheep farmers, they thought it was a nerve that got pinched somehow, and she could maybe rise up after she have given birth. So we hoped for that, but if she didn't rise up in 7 to 10 days, they said she probably had a permanent damage. So it was really hard because she was laying all the time and she wanted to stand up, but she couldn't. And we brought her food and water and held her so these could feed from her. But 2 of her lambs didn't make it. They were so small when they came. But these 2 is alive and well. And now you don't have a mother. So now you know, I very much enjoy butchering and making our own food, but when it comes to emergency butchering like this, it's not fun at all. So there is a lot of hardships and hard choices that has to be made when you take care of animals like this. And I guess I have to comment because otherwise some will ask and I don't want to have to write answers to everyone that asks. if you contact a veterinary here, they often say, if you have a lot of money, we can come and take a look, but otherwise just put her in the freezer. So that is how it is. I guess soon we will be able to open up for them, so they can roam in the forest and find some more food. 2 days ago this was covered with snow, so we need to fix some fences and see if we can get the gates in place, and some of the fences are still frozen down in the ground, so we can't really fix it just yet, but soon they will roam free.
Ivar has now been with us for 6 weeks, a little bit more, and it has been good, but today isn't such a good day. He has been cranky, so I've been carrying him all day long and I'm tired. And it's hard when I can't do anything else but
trying to soothe.
And also Krösa-Maja had some accident. We think the hawk tried to take her, so we brought her to the vet the other day. And she had like a 8 centimeters wound, pretty deep, so she has been sewn together.
And this is a good veterinary we have. It's an hour from here, but she only takes care of dogs, horses and cats. So when I tried to call her about sheep, she said no, I don't know anything about sheep.
Yeah. So Krösa-Maja has I don't know, strut. So she, tratt, so she can't lick her wounds.
Cone.
Yeah. So she's annoyed, walking around and sounding, and I don't know. And Frasse is sounding because he don't know what's going on with Krösa-Maja. So there's a lot of noise.
Everything is upside down now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So not such a splendid day.
But hopefully she will heal.
Yeah.
It seems that she's up and eating and
Drinking, eating, and purrs when we pet her, and so after all she seems fine.
It was quite a wound. We don't know if it was the hawk.
No.
That's just a suspicion.
But I don't know what else it could be.
No.
Some bird. It's back on her back leg. So,
we'll show you in the next episode, I guess.
Yeah. So we're all cranky.
But we are very glad for all the new patrons that has started to support us.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
Thank you.
And also welcome to all the new viewers. We have read all your comments and well wishes after the birth video.
Yeah, thank you. A lot of nice comments. A lot of comments, but we have read them all. And I'm also a bit behind with answering emails and
everything is
behind. Yeah. Nowadays I only have one arm at the best because I'm carrying Ivar with others, so I can't do much. So Matthias is doing most of the stuff here at home.
Couple of hours in the morning or förmiddag, vad är det?
Morning,
midday, something like that.
He sleeps very well from the morning to midday, so then I can do something here at home. But after that, not so much. So, but now he's sleeping. He's sleeping pretty good in the sling when we're outside, at least. So I can take him with me and feed the animals also, but
it's a little bit clumsy.
And I can't bend. I have to I don't know, squat. So a bit difficult, but it works.
Något mer vi ska säga? Katten, patrons. Ja.
Almost all the snow is gone.
Det har jag sagt.
Har du sagt det? Ja, men jag tänkte säga vi väntar på nästa snö. Almost all the snow is gone, but I'm walking around waiting for the next snowfall, because when you think it's over and it's soon summer, there will be a heavy load of snow. So I don't know. Someday soon, I guess.
Now all the ewes have given birth to their lambs, so that's over for this year.
How many? 11? Du har 4. 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 totalt.
Du har 16.
13 lamm, 2 11.
So 11 lambs and 2 of them ewes, the rest is rams.
Yeah, a lot of rams.
So
I'm not sure.
Just boys.
Yeah. So there's gonna be a big gang walking around in the village this summer. It's nice that it's over for this year. It's a lot of work and watching and worrying.
So I guess that's it for this episode.
Thank you for watching.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Kom du inte ihåg vad du skulle säga? Länge sedan vi sa den.
Haka upp sig.
Jaha, Ivar. Jag tror att vi går in och nu fryser jag.
You can listen to the birds for a while.